So the last recording went over 17 minutes, so YouTube won't accept it. So a bit of redundancy once again won't hurt because you haven't seen the lost content. July 18th, 2024, beautiful summer day. And the overcast is burning off, so might be hot for a couple of hours this afternoon. Rather pleasant right now. Is it pleasant where you are? If it's not pleasant where you are, I guess you have your reasons. So, my God, what did I lose in that last recording? Well, I'm on Fiverr. Maybe you didn't miss that much because I'm trying to commission or hire an illustration done for me. And I'm using it kind of as an unboxing for Fiverr. So if you're not familiar with Fiverr, you may get something out of it. And, it's for me too because I have a lot of business plans and a lot can be outsourced here on the cheap. So, and yeah, of course, you're welcome to use AI. Use all the tools at hand that you want to. But there's another layer here that, well, I'm doing it with the smart contract. Not only can you outsource to somebody that can do whatever it is, I'm thinking of Rick and Morty and I'm Mr. Michi or whatever. Look at me, I'm Mr. Michi. What wubba double up though. um don't get distracted with Rick and Morty. Um oh. Short term memory blown away. Okay, what was I saying? What I was saying is a lot of these people are using AI to do the work. So you're like with the smart contracts. I'm not at the point of just whipping them out myself or having a boilerplate skeleton code around. Um, so yeah, I'm paying $100 for this guy to do it. Now I'm sure that's twice what I'm sure I could have offered 50. I made a request. I could have done $50 when I would have gotten takers, probably even $10. Because see, part of the magic of Fiverr is you'll have people there that are learning how to do it and want to do it professionally. And so they need to build a reputation because there's a catch 22 in employment. They don't want you to do it until you've done it. Right? So that helps them build their portfolio. They can make some money while they're learning and evolving. And then they can put that in their portfolio and resume and they can offer that to potential employers, and that's when the big money is made. If you expect to go into something, especially entrepreneurially, and just be worth the big money, I'll say worth the big money, because it's like what I say about certification exams and stuff. You'd better pay attention. You'd better not just uh, be able to rig the system or fool them that you're worth being certified because that's what the certification is for. So somebody will pay you to do it, and then you're going to have to do it. And what are you going to do then if you're incompetent or didn't learn it? And there's many nuances on that. Anyhow, so Fiverr, very powerful. I'm very pro Fiverr. Let's get back to it. Trying to find an artiste. And I'm looking for kind of manga. Chibi, I love Chibi. Let's go for cartoons and comics. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes. Yes. Maybe I can just pay to have my comic book, my Prime Comics number 5 made. Pattern design, oh that's cute. Tattoo design. Maybe we'll have a tattoo. We can all get tattoos. Uh, see, I'm part of the red team. Storyboards, yeah, sure. We're going to be creating characters and franchises and all this good stuff. So, um, we should be storyboarding. We should be storyboarding. Maybe I can pay for some of that. I'd pay $100 for some storyboarding. And then NFT art, which is probably the ones that we need to provide what we want the layers to be and the raw images, and they'll return like 10,000 images for NFTs and the code to mint them. Again, it gets back to specifications. I already paid for a gig like that, but I didn't follow through because even the little bit of having to come up with I have material. The latest one I mentioned in a recording, the latest one for the initial try is based on some public domain image of Yellow Kid. So let's drill down cartoons and comics. Well, I don't know. Well, they must do cartoony characters, right? Because that's what Clown President is. He's a cartoon. Add custom illustration, little toaster. Did you know Little Toaster was supposed to be the first Pixar movie? And it got turned down, and then they made it into a legacy type animated thing. So they took the idea, but the purpose was supposed to be it was supposed to show off what Pixar could do. Anyhow, okay, okay. I'm reviewing the thumbnails. I guess they are, if not hero shots. To find a style I like. I could put, oh, here, comic manga page. Oh, I could get one page. For how much? For $60? Because I'm using it as a model for my comic books I'm publishing. Where comic books were around like 1940 to 1944, especially 1940, because 1939 to 1943 entrepreneurial wise is a really cool area because there's dozens and dozens of comic book publishers. It was a gold rush, and everybody was still trying to figure out what works, how they could sell their comic books, and how they could develop a fan base. We want to target developing a fan base. The rest is details. Um, for a company that sells entertainment, a fan base is repeat customers. And as an entrepreneur, if you don't appreciate the value of repeat customers, um, what can I say? So comic manga for $60. Yeah, you want to go spicy. We don't of the 4 or 5 sectors for content creation that's very lucrative. We're willing to deal with sex, but we don't want to go adult or explicit unless you want to. We could do it, but I like sexy, the spicy, what back in the 30s would be called spicy. So, like, I want to have female, a succubus character. Um, that's rather incompetent at it, silly, but spicy. And, see, a lot of humor can be made with innuendos and not really mean anything about it. Bunch of tosh. I will make a comic or manga page for your story. What I was getting at is within these things, you'll have like four or five main characters, superheroes, whatever. And so each comic comes with like four stories of main characters, what probably one main character and a few second stringers or filler. And but you also have like one page comics, like a comic strip, or you might even have like two on a page, two comic strips on a page. Another thing I want to have in my comic books is uh, you see it in Harvey comics, Casper and like that. Uh, they'll have a full page in each of their comics they put out each month with all the covers, little thumbnails of all the covers of what they've got out on the stands, what this month right now. And I'll tell you, they put out like 30 or 40 a month, or did. And I love that idea because it's cross branding and cross sales, and it helps with the collectability because I'll tell you, I've had some pretty cool timelies from like World War II. And one of the coolest things isn't just the issue I was able to afford or find, but other key issues, other really hot issues that were on the stands at the same time. The one I have, it might be worth 500, $1,000, but boy, if I had that one, you were talking like $30,000. For a comic book otaku like me, that's cool. That's really cool. And so, see, this is the kind of stuff I want to capture. So, so this potentially could not just only be kind of a storyboarding, but it could also be something usable, well, in Prime Comics number 5. Or there's another cross pollination. Say, like, Prime Comics has the main story for Clown President, but another comic book might have a one-page Clown President story like this. That's where this could be used. And then it points back to the main comic book that they're in, and then there's spin-off stuff. You get that, like, say, do I want to say Wiz Comics? Yeah, definitely. Captain Marvel was Wiz Comics, though the second stringer that you also find in most of the Wiz Comics, Spy Smasher. That's what I'm interested in. Then they'll have a cowboy or an Indian and a magician and exploring these various niches. Anyhow, I need to do a beverage break. Am I over time? No. So I got a minute. Okay, so you got a minute? I got a minute. Let's finish this recording. Yeah, Wiz Comics. So Captain Marvel would be in Wiz Comics, and the end of the story, it would say something like, see Captain Marvel and Captain Marvel Adventures every month, or something like that. So it's promoting his own, where all the stories are him. Captain Marvel Adventures is what it's called. And the Marvel family, they got a they expanded the Marvel family into all kinds of things. They've got like three comic uncles or whatever. Not that that's what they're called, but there was Mary Marvel for the girls, and there was Captain Marvel Jr., which had some wonderful art done by Mac Raboy. I've got hey, I should get those back up on the wall. Um, but they also had the Marvel family. You had one called the Marvel Family. That was a comic book that just had all these spin-offs or second stringers or whatever. So yikes! That's it for this recording. Do you hope I make more? If you don't hope I make more, I guess I'm not reaching you. Oh well. So what?